Okay, so get this. There was this huge tech conference back in 2022,
Hmm.
and everyone's talking about all the new gadgets and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, like, out of nowhere,
Right.
this team comes on stage,
Okay.
and they crack a code
Yeah.
that was supposed to be unbreakable. Like, it would take normal computers longer to figure it out than the entire universe has even been around.
Well,
And they do it in just 8 hours. 8 hours. You can imagine the whole place went silent. I think someone even fainted.
Oh, wow.
Like, it made me think,
Yeah.
all of our stuff online might not be as safe as we thought, you know?
Wow, that's a wild story. That actually reminds me of something I was reading just the other day. Just imagine right now,
Yeah.
hackers all over the world grabbing all sorts of secret information, bank details, private emails, you name it, they're taking it all.
Okay.
But here's the thing, they can't open any of it yet.
Oh, so there's...
Exactly. They're waiting for super powerful quantum computers to come along
Right.
so they can unlock everything later. It's like they're planting these digital time bombs.
Oh, wow.
They could go off years from now.
Yeah, that's...
Pretty scary stuff, really.
Yeah, absolutely terrifying. It feels like we're in this, like, high-stakes race against, I don't know,
Oh, yeah.
against the future.
Right.
But the good news is that we've got some amazing heroes on our side.
Who?
Artificial intelligence and quantum cryptography.
Yeah.
It's like the ultimate tech dream team, you know? Like the dynamic duo of cybersecurity. They're here to protect us from all these future threats.
I love that analogy. So today we're diving deep into this amazing world of AI-powered quantum cryptography.
Yeah.
This is like the absolute cutting edge of security. This is how we're going to keep our money, our data,
Yeah.
and all our secrets safe in the years to come.
Yeah.
Get ready, because this is going to be pretty mind-blowing.
All right, so let's jump in and see exactly how this technology is changing everything. Welcome to Zana AI, everybody.
Yes.
We are thrilled to have you with us as we explore the fascinating worlds of AI, cybersecurity, and digital finance.
Exactly.
And today, our big adventure is all about AI-powered quantum cryptography. It might sound a little intimidating, but trust me, you're going to want to know all about this.
Yeah, absolutely. So to make it super clear for everyone listening, a lot of our online security right now works like a really complicated puzzle
Okay.
that would take regular computers forever to solve.
Right.
One of the most common of these puzzles
Yeah.
is called RSA. You've probably heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's what keeps your online banking and email secure.
Gotcha.
But here's the thing. Quantum computers, they have this special tool,
Okay.
a bit like a cheat code,
Right.
called Shor's algorithm.
Yeah.
And it's really good at solving those math puzzles, like super fast. What's really fascinating about this algorithm
Yeah.
is it actually uses those unique abilities of quantum computers to look at like a bunch of different possibilities
Right.
all at the same time. And that makes problems that are basically impossible for regular computers, like suddenly solvable.
Whoa. Okay, so are you saying these quantum computers are like super-powered puzzle solvers that could just break all of our security?
Yeah, they definitely could. They have that potential. Think of it this way, all right?
Okay.
A regular computer is like someone trying to find, I don't know, a specific grain of sand
Uh-huh.
on an entire beach.
Uh-huh.
And they're doing it one grain at a time.
Okay, that sounds tedious.
Right. But a quantum computer, it's like they can just look at the whole beach all at once.
That's a huge difference.
Right. And that's a huge difference in power. But there is some good news.
Okay, good.
The same kind of weird rules of quantum physics that make quantum computers so powerful
Yeah.
can also be used to create even stronger security
Okay.
with something called quantum cryptography.
Oh, now we're
It's like fighting fire with fire,
Yeah,
but in a good way.
I like it.
Instead of just relying on math puzzles, it uses the fundamental laws of the universe to keep things secret.
Okay, so quantum magic fighting quantum power. Tell me more about this quantum cryptography, this trick. How does it actually work?
Okay, so imagine you want to send a secret message,
Okay.
okay? Using something called quantum key distribution, or we call it QKD for short.
QKD, got it.
All right, so you send this message
Yeah.
encoded in these tiny little particles of light
Okay.
called photons.
Photons, okay.
Now, here's a really cool part. Because of the laws of quantum physics, if anyone tries to, sneak a peek at these photons while they're traveling, it actually changes them. It's like the act of just looking at them
Wow!
messes them up in a way that we can detect.
Yeah.
So you would know right away if someone was trying to eavesdrop.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And this is all possible
Yeah.
thanks to a principle called the Heisenberg uncertainty principle.
Okay, the Heisenberg uncertainty
Yeah.
principle. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I know, right? Which, in simple terms, means you can't perfectly observe a quantum system without messing with it.
Gotcha. So it's like the message itself has its own built-in alarm system.
Exactly.
I like it. But I'm curious, where does AI fit into all of this?
That's a great question. So think of AI as the, super smart helper
Okay.
that makes this whole quantum cryptography thing even better
Right.
in the real world.
Okay.
Because sending these tiny little photons around,
Yeah.
it can be kind of tricky. They can get lost. The signal can get noisy.
Okay.
AI steps in to clean up those signals, finds any errors, and it can even spot those patterns
Okay.
that might mean someone's trying to, hack the system, stuff that a human might miss completely. It's like having this super intelligent security guard
Okay.
that can not only see the intruder, but also kind of predict their next move and just make sure all the defenses are working perfectly.
So it's like having this extra layer of protection on top of the quantum cryptography.
Exactly. And what's really fascinating to me
Yeah.
is how AI can take this, amazing, but sometimes kind of delicate quantum technology
Right.
and make it, strong and reliable enough to actually use every day.
Right. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now, I want to hear about some real-world examples of this stuff in action.
Okay, yeah.
I remember reading about China's MISIS satellite
Oh, yeah.
back in 2017. They used it to have this super secure video call
Yeah.
from Beijing all the way to Vienna.
Wow.
That's a distance of over 7,000 kilometers.
Yeah, I know.
And the whole call was protected by this unbreakable quantum security.
Oh, I remember that. That was a huge deal. It showed everyone that quantum communication over really long distances is actually possible. It's not just theory anymore. And that was a huge step towards creating what we call a quantum internet, where everything is super secure.
Oh, wow. So we could have this global network where all the information is protected by these laws of physics.
Exactly. And just think the fact that they were able to secure communication
Right.
across continents
Yeah.
using quantum principles
Yeah.
really highlights how much potential this technology has.
Absolutely. And it's not just governments doing this. Big companies are getting involved too. I heard that JP Morgan Chase,
Okay, the bank.
teamed up with Toshiba to use QKD to protect their really important money transfers.
Oh, wow.
And they're using AI to fine-tune the whole system in real time, depending on how busy things are or if any threats pop up. It's like having this quantum-powered bodyguard for all their money.
Yeah, I love that. And what's really interesting here
Yeah.
is how proactive this kind of security is. It's not just waiting for something bad to happen.
Right.
The AI is constantly analyzing everything, making sure the quantum key distribution is always at its strongest. And that ability to adapt, right, that's super crucial in a world where cyber threats are always changing.
Right, because hackers are always trying to find new ways to break in.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so we've got governments and banks using this. What about hospitals and stuff?
Yeah, they are too. I know the University Hospital of Geneva, they're using this technology to protect all those sensitive patient records.
Yeah.
And AI is helping them to make sure that the really important stuff, like your medical history, gets the highest level of protection.
Right, because that information is super personal and important.
Oh, absolutely. It's not something you want just anyone to be able to see.
Exactly.
So when you think about how private and important that data is, the need for really strong security, it's super obvious.
Absolutely. Okay, now for the really mind-blowing part. I was reading about this experiment in China where they basically combined quantum technology with AI to create a security system that can learn and protect itself.
Whoa, that's next level.
It's like a security system that just keeps getting smarter and faster than any hackers trying to get in.
Yeah, that's wild. It's the technology is playing chess at lightning speed while the hackers are still trying to figure out the rules of checkers.
Exactly. What I find so cool about that is the idea of a truly self-defending system. The AI isn't just helping out.
Right.
It's learning from every attack and figuring out how to be even better.
That's incredible.
Okay, so to paint a picture for everyone listening, imagine you have a super secret treasure map, right?
Okay.
And you want to send it to a friend.
Right.
With QKD, you encode it in those tiny light particles, right?
The photons.
The photons. And if any sneaky pirates try to intercept it,
Right.
the map instantly scrambles itself.
Oh, cool.
Gone. And you get a big warning sign, and AI is like your super smart parrot lookout, constantly scanning for those pirates.
I love that. The parrot lookout.
And AI makes sure the map doesn't get smudged along the way,
Right.
so your friend gets it perfectly.
So it's like that extra layer of protection, making sure everything runs smoothly.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
So it's this incredible combination of like unbreakable encryption, and then AI as this like guardian angel, making sure that everything works perfectly.
Yeah, I think you really nailed it with that analogy.
Oh, absolutely. Did you know that Google's quantum computer, called Sycamore,
Yeah.
once solved this like ridiculously complex math problem in just 200 seconds?
Oh, wow.
The craziest part is that it would take the most powerful supercomputers we have today, like 10,000 years, to solve the same problem.
Really?
That's why this whole team up between AI and quantum is so important. Like, we need that kind of power on our side if we want to stay ahead of the hackers.
That really puts things into perspective. I mean, imagine you're in charge of a big bank, right? You've got all these hackers constantly trying to break in and steal money.
Oh, yeah.
Would you feel safer with the old systems?
Right.
Or with a security system powered by, AI and quantum cryptography? I know what I would choose.
Exactly. And here's another thing that's really interesting about all of this.
Okay.
The security of quantum cryptography, it doesn't come from some complicated math problem that hackers might eventually figure out.
Right. It comes from the laws of physics. Right. It's like saying to the hackers, sorry, but you can't argue with how the universe works.
That's a great way to put it.
Right. I actually heard a physicist say that, and I was like, that is brilliant.
It is. But, it's not all smooth sailing, is it? I mean, there's got to be some challenges with all of this, right?
Yeah, you're right. Right now, the equipment you need for all this quantum cryptography stuff, it's super expensive. Think like really precise lasers.
Okay.
And these super cold environments to keep everything working properly. Plus, it's not always easy to make this new tech work with our existing internet infrastructure.
Right.
It's like trying to plug a super advanced spaceship into a regular old bicycle. It's just not a good fit.
Yeah, that's a pretty funny image. But hey, that's where AI comes in again, right?
Exactly. AI is like the genius mechanic who can figure out how to make it all work. It's like finding the adapters and the converters and all that to make sure everything connects smoothly. Yeah, exactly. And that's really important because as amazing as this quantum technology is, it's still pretty new.
Right.
And AI can help smooth that transition and make it more practical.
Absolutely. So what about the future? Are we all going to have quantum encrypted smartphones anytime soon?
Maybe not quantum smartphones just yet, but this idea of a quantum internet is definitely gaining traction. Imagine an internet where every single message is secured by the laws of physics.
Yeah.
And AI is constantly monitoring everything, keeping it all safe.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Some companies are even looking at ways to combine this with blockchain technology.
Oh, wow.
To make super secure digital currencies.
So like digital gold, but with quantum security.
Exactly. But for everyone listening, I think the big question is, how do we get ready for all of this?
That's a great question. It's starting small. Big banks and hospitals, they're already testing and using this stuff.
Yeah.
And as they do that, the costs should start to come down.
Yeah.
And it'll get easier for everyone else to use it too. But for now, I think the most important thing is just to learn as much as you can and encourage companies to start looking into these options.
Absolutely. Knowledge is power. Right.
Exactly. The more we know, the better prepared we'll be for the future.
And the safer we'll all be.
All right, folks. That was quite a deep dive into the world of AI-powered quantum cryptography.
Yeah, it was.
Let's quickly recap what we covered. Quantum computers, they have the potential to crack our current security methods.
Right.
But quantum cryptography comes in with a super strong defense using the unbreakable laws of physics.
Exactly.
And AI is like the brilliant sidekick.
The trusty sidekick.
Making it all work even better.
Absolutely.
And then we talked about some of the amazing real-world applications that are already happening right now, like protecting financial transactions, securing medical records.
Oh, yeah. And that self-learning security system still blows my mind.
I know, right? So, folks, the big takeaway here is that this powerful combination of AI and quantum cryptography, that's our best shot at creating a truly hacker-proof future.
A future where our data is safe, no matter what.
Exactly. Now, of course, there are some challenges ahead, like the cost and figuring out how to make this new tech work with our existing systems.
Right.
But the potential here is huge.
Yeah.
And I think it's safe to say unstoppable. As the brilliant Albert Einstein once said, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. And this, my friends, is definitely a whole new way of thinking about security.
Such a good quote.
Right. All right, everyone, we would love for you to join the Zana AI community.
Yes, come join us.
It's the perfect place for anyone who's curious about AI, cybersecurity, and the future of all things digital.
Exactly. It's a great place to learn and connect with other people who are interested in this stuff.
Absolutely. And to make sure you don't miss out on any of our future deep dives, hit that subscribe button. Give us a like if you enjoyed this discussion. And we want to hear from you. Leave a comment below. Tell us, what's the most valuable digital secret that you would protect with this kind of technology?
Yeah, what would you keep safe? Maybe it's a super secret family recipe or some really important financial information. Let us know.
And by subscribing, you'll be the first to know about all of our upcoming episodes. Who knows, next time we might be talking about quantum cash or AI detectives.
Ooh.
So many possibilities.
So exciting.
So listeners, don't wait until it's too late. Get curious about AI and quantum cryptography now.
Yeah, dive in.
Subscribe, like, comment, and let's work together to build a safer digital world for everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Catch you next time on Zana AI. Stay secure, stay awesome.
Bye, everyone.